I've got 3 spec books for you today. Stick around, we're going to go over them. Alright guys, so I have a total of 2 books today and 1 major spoiler book. I want to do 3 videos. This is going to be part 1. Part 2, we're going to do 2 more books. Part 3, we're going to do 2 more books. These are all speculation books. Some of them you've heard about before, and I think one of them in part 3, I think I have a jump on something. I don't know. Anyway, if you've watched XMen Collectibles, he's going over spec books, him and Manimal. 2 of the 3 books we're going to talk about real quick today you've already seen if you've watched that video, but I still think they're worth mentioning. So with Disney Marvel's acquisition of Fox, you got to assume the X-Men are coming, right? And we've seen a lot of X-Men villains, and some done well, some not done so well. But the 2 books I wanted to talk about today, one's a Copper Age, one's a Modern Age. And let me start by saying this too. I'm a bit of a condition snob. So any book that I own, whether it's my personal collection or something to sell or try to sell, it needs to be in a 9.8. All right? Anything from 1980 to now needs to be in a 9.8. That's because there's so many books out there. The 9.8s are out there. There's no excuse not to get one. With that being said, the first book I wanted to talk about is X-Men number 4. This is the first appearance of Omega Red. This is a villain we haven't seen yet in the X-Men universe, and although I don't think he's going to be the first villain out of the gate for Marvel, I do think he will show up. He's too popular. He's too awesome. There's no reason why he shouldn't be there. Now, this book is very affordable right now because there's a bajillion of these out there. Do not buy this book unless you're buying it in a 9.8. You can get this book all day on eBay for $100. Okay? No excuse. If Omega Red becomes the villain, you start seeing castings, you start seeing trailers, you start seeing them. I can't imagine this book is going to ever climb above maybe 2.25 because there's just so many of them. But still, $100, you could maybe double your money on this. If you're patient enough, why not take a chance? Okay, the second X-Men book is another one that I know Gem and Manimal talked about. I actually think they picked this up. This book's a little bit older. It's another X-Men villain we haven't seen, and I can foresee this villain being the villain out of the gate for Marvel's X-Men run. And his first appearance is actually in Uncanny X-Men 221. This is the first appearance of Mr. Sinister. Classic villain. He was all over the animated series. We have yet to see him on the big screen, and this is the kind of guy I think you're going to start your X-Men run with from Disney. I really, really do. This book, in a 9.8, runs you somewhere between 2 and 2.25 maybe, and this is one I can see hitting maybe 350 if he's announced, if he's done well, maybe almost $400. That's my opinion. That is not facts. That is just me speculating. That's what this is all about, right? Speculation books. Now, with that being said, I did want to get into a third book, but I'm going to warn you, it's from Shazam, so I'm going to spoil the movie Shazam. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you fair warning. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to give you fair warning. Stop watching the video right now if you don't want me to spoil Shazam for you, because I'm going to talk about a character from the movie on a book. So the book I wanted to talk about really quick is Shazam number 2. All right? I happened to grab this in a 9.8. This book is old, 1973, April 1973. Shazam number 2. Now, I saw the movie. It was a lot of fun. It was great. You know, not your typical DC movie, but there was a character that was teased during the movie and then teased again in the end credits scene, Mr. Mind. Okay? He's a little worm. He's telepathic. He has a whole bunch of abilities. I believe Grant Morrison gave him a really good do-over, if you will, in the Shazam books. This is not technically his first appearance. This is his first DC appearance. His true first appearance is Captain Marvel Adventures number 26 from like 1940-something. It's a Fawcett publication book. It's super, super expensive. I looked on eBay. I didn't even see any. You're talking about a golden age classic book that's going to be hard to find. It's going to be very expensive. But this is somewhat affordable. Again, this is Mr. Mind. He's a little worm. This is his first DC appearance. All right? This book cost me, I think it was right around $200. There was only one other 9.8 on eBay at the time of this recording. So it may be gone by now. Sorry. Again, another affordable book. Shazam has not come out yet. I think it comes out, I'm recording this on a Thursday. It comes out a week from now. So this will hit. I'm going to post this video as soon as possible so you guys have a shot at this, all right? It almost looks like they're going to go in the Mr. Mind direction for the second Shazam movie, and you'll get a second Shazam movie if Shazam 1 makes a lot of money, and I think it will. It was good enough. I think it was good enough. Shit, if Aquaman made $1 billion, which was, I thought, a pretty good movie, there's no reason Shazam shouldn't make, enough to get a sequel. All right, so with that being said, real quick, X-Men number 4, first appearance of Omega Red, Uncanny X-Men 221, first appearance of Mr. Sinister, and Shazam number 2, first DC appearance of Mr. Mind. And that's it. That's all 3. We're going to do another 2 books, another day or two. I'll post another video. Again, guys, like, subscribe, add, share the video. If I spoiled Shazam for you, I apologize because you did have fair warning. And I'll see you later.